So good afternoon, everybody. So first of all the post-lunch sessions are a bit difficult. I know that it's not easy to sit across to the post-lunch sessions. This session is more focused and dedicated to any college students, anyone out here, and all the working professionals. So when I was thinking about this presentation, this topic, the thing which went back to my mind was 15 years back when I was a student, I was completing my MBBS, so what to do next? Medicine, surgery, orthopedics, what? Then suddenly one day I happened to meet one gentleman by the name of Dr. Basant Kumar. So Dr. Basant Kumar heads the occupational health service in Malaysia, and upon meeting him, I realized that there's a fantastic career within occupational health as well. So today's presentation is focused on what are the different kind of things which are available in occupational health. When I say things, it's the face-to-face courses, it's the online courses, and the different resources which are available. So this presentation focuses to enhance awareness. I'm sure many of you would be aware, but also be a refresher to many of you on resources on occupational health. So need for capability enhancement. So why do we need to enhance our capabilities? The first aspect is there is a legal requirement for a factory medical officer. Factory Act defines us to be factory medical officers. The second thing is that there are certain companies where there is a need of an occupational health specialist. This goes beyond compliance, and this is in many multinationals the need to have dedicated people who can look after their own employees. The third aspect is around competitive business advantage. So with the advent of OSA's ISO, occupational health specialists are now much more sought after. All the organizations which are having occupational health specialists, hence maintaining the ISO 18001 I-Series, are considered to be having a strategic advantage. The next is about benchmarking, pursuit of excellence and intrinsic motivation. So many of us, when we have done our MBBS, we have done our post-graduation, but there's something which is there within us that we want to continually improve. So how do we keep on excelling upon what we have done in the past? And that's where this intrinsic motivation comes across. Last but not the least, it's about benchmarking. So whichever company which we work for, we are really proud to do the work. And in order to show and prove that we are doing great, it matters a lot if we can ensure that we have the best practices. So continuous development is really essential. With that, today I'm going to speak across on certain aspects. I will be speaking about what are the professional courses on occupational medicine, India and abroad, what are the resources which are available, both in India as well as abroad. I will also be speaking about the books. So some of us like the books, speak about the books, but also about the apps. So we are in a digital age. So what are the things which can be useful from an occupational medicine perspective? Now, I think the gentry sitting out here, believing occupational health professionals, we are having one or other qualification on occupational medicine. DIH is a 2-year diploma which is offered by the All India Institute of Hygiene and Public Health, Calcutta. We have AFIH which is offered by lot of RLIs and the CLI. We also have CIH and Fellowship in Occupational Health. But when we think from a legal perspective, it's all about the first two qualifications which are legally useful. Saying so, many of us aspire to do and become international professionals who are known, who do a lot of work and hence gain international qualifications. So the qualifications in occupational health internationally, the sought after are MFOM from UK and Ireland. We also have DocMed, which is offered by the University of Manchester. The American board gives a certification in occupational medicine. Closer in Asia Pac, we have FAFOM, so that's the Fellowship of Australasia Faculty of Occupational and Environmental Medicine, and Master of Science being offered at Singapore. Now, due to the paucity of time, I have tried to only keep it short, and hence, any details about these courses, just feel free to reach out to me personally and I can share more details about what these all are. Now, most of us are working professionals, so while we would like to do continuous development, but sometimes we do not have the time for face-to-face enrollment of courses. So this is what we have as the 3 programs which are available on an online basis. So The first program, which is Global Program on Occupational Health Practice, is one of the most popular online courses which is available. This is offered by University of Illinois, US, and this is approximately of 1 year. Now, globally, most of the multinationals, most of the corporations have been using this as a benchmark for all those people who have not yet gained the qualifications or want to do an international benchmarking. The other two, these are being offered by different universities. So NUS Singapore offers foundation course, and the third one is a global certificate of competency offered by Healthy Workplaces. Now, each of these courses has lots of modules and an examination to pass. But guys, all of you who are looking for something which can be done even when we are working across, these are 3 good courses. Now, while we had a look at the different courses, I'm also sharing some of the useful web links where we have lots of resources. One of the best ones from an Indian perspective is IOH. So all the IOH members, you can go across to the resources tab and you can get lots of hyperlinks to other places where we have resources on noise, ergonomics, even things like Legionella, asbestos and others. We also have the DG Fastly Government of India website. In addition to that, we have the Indian Journal of Occupational Medicine. This is a wonderful repository of many scientific articles and the places where you can get more information. Now, this is accumulation of all the global websites. Now, the websites, Canadian Center for Occupational Safety and Health, OSHA, which is a US website, HSE, which is a UK website. Guys, believe me, these are the 3 places where you can get immense amount of information. And these are the best if you want to reference in occupational health. In addition to that, we have thematic websites. So we have ODIN, which speaks about the emergencies. We have ATSDR, which talks about toxicology. We also have our websites which are ILO and WHO ones, but these are the ones which are having immense amount of knowledge. The ones which I would be personally keen to follow are CCOHS, OSHA and HSA. Now, for people and bookworms like me, the first book, it's not coming up very nicely, is the ILO Encyclopedia of Occupational Health and Safety. And this book has been the Bible. It's called as the Bible of Occupational Medicine. So anyone who has seen, this is 4 big volumes, double the size of Harrison. But guys, you have each and everything which is available out there. For people who don't love to read and who are more digital, they also have a CD which can be availed. The other books are Hunter, Carl Zane's, we have the CMDTs. So lots of interesting books. But coming over to the digital age, these are some of the apps which are available. You have the Occupational Health and Safety app, which has lovely training modules. You have Ergonomics app, which speaks about how to do the assessments. You have an app for stress also. So how can you measure stress at the workplace? There's an app from Red Cross, and finally an International SOS app. So this International SOS app is a wonderful app which has lots of information on different topics. I'll encourage you to actually browse through, go across through this. So in a digital age, I think this is what matters. I know that due to the limited time, I've just taken it fast. My email ID is mentioned at the bottom, and for a copy of the presentation, just reach out to me. I just want to end by saying that, first of all, a big thanks to IOH Delhi, and also to some of my colleagues who have helped me in this presentation. But guys, occupational health is a fantastic career. I took it immediately after MBBS and I have not regretted. There's a huge demand-supply gap, and believe me that it's one of those which is much more sought after. So believe in yourselves, and we can definitely be the best. Thank you.